what is the biggest problem when it comes to pursuing goals? Because it's not like you don't already know what you want to achieve or even how to go about it. So then what is the biggest problem when it comes to pursuing goals? Maybe that you're waiting to feel inspired or motivated to work on your goals. So in this episode, let's talk about how to stop relying on feeling motivated and instead how to be more strategic with your goals. Hi and welcome back to another episode of Up It and the Actionables podcast. My name is Peyton, and with that, let's get into this episode. You know, something very interesting about the personal development space is that a lot of people think that in order to pursue your goals, you need to be inspired and motivated all the time. Like you need to be this person who is mentally switched on all the time. But you know something? That is neither possible nor is it true. Here is the evidence. People who do work on their goals don't claim to be motivated and feel inspired all the time, and yet they pursue their goals. Sure, you need certain levels of motivation to get started and to pursue your goals, but to believe that motivation alone can help you pursue and achieve your goals is a rather dangerous idea. It may be dangerous for somebody who is already on the fence of trying to pursue their goals, and if they believe that in order to achieve their goals, they need to be motivated all the time, then they may give up even before starting. And just like that, one person may not even start to pursue what they really want, and isn't that tragic? So I want to know from you, what do you think is the role of inspiration or motivation when it comes to pursuing your goals? Do you agree that it is not a necessity, or do you disagree? Comment below and let me know. You know I love to hear from you guys. And now let's talk about what you can do instead of relying on motivation, and that is how to be more strategic with your goals. And I honestly believe that this topic of creating a strategic approach towards your goals is so much better and more important than relying on feeling motivated. It's like, if you don't feel motivated one day, will you stop working on your goals? But instead, if you have a strategy, a well-crafted strategy, then you don't need to rely on feeling motivated. I think that makes sense, right? Let's take the example of a business person, an athlete, or even somebody in your own personal life who you've seen pursue and achieve their goals. There's a fundamental similarity between all achievers, that irrespective of the goal, irrespective of the field, irrespective of anything, there is one fundamental similarity, and that is none of these achievers wait to feel inspired to take action toward their goals. In fact, they move toward their goals in a systematic and, dare I say, a strategic way. That way, they train themselves to pursue their goals in a more systematic and a strategic way, which does not make them dependent on motivation alone. Every single person who pursues and achieves their goal is deliberate in their efforts. They figure out what needs to be done, and then they go ahead and do the necessary things irrespective of how they feel. They develop this skill to detach themselves and not to rely and depend on motivation to get them results. They know that hard work and strategic work is what will get them results. So here are a few things that can help you get more strategic with your goals. Number one, knowing exactly what needs to be done. Knowing what you need to get done will help you plan better. It will help you be mentally prepared to do difficult things, because you know that pursuing goals isn't going to be easy. But knowing what needs to be done can help you become prepared for what lies ahead. Second is creating habits to help you take action. One short way to take action toward your goals and reduce your dependency on motivation is to reach a point of automaticity. All successful people know that the secret to being successful is in your habits. When you can automate most of your routines and habits, that way, when it is time to do a certain task, they just go ahead and do it. Taking action becomes second nature, and that way you can stop relying on external motivation. Third is to take care of yourself. Now, I know there is enough and more videos and talk and experts talking about self-care, so I'm not going to get into that. But one thing that I do want to point out is whatever goal you're trying to pursue, it will require you to take care of yourself. So your physical, mental health is going to be imperative to whatever you're trying to achieve. It cannot be an afterthought. So you have to invest on purpose on taking care of yourself physically, because only then you will be able to work on what you want to achieve. I know it sounds obvious, but it is a smart strategic thing to do to take care of yourself while pursuing your goal. And the final fourth step is to take action despite not feeling like taking action. We all know that pursuing goals is hard and it can be a struggle fest. So the strategic thing to do over here is not to focus on how difficult your journey is going to be, but instead to know and acknowledge that yes, the journey is going to be hard, but to train yourself to take action despite your journey being difficult. And one way to do this is to train yourself to do hard and difficult things. And you will have to push yourself to develop the skill to take action despite you wanting to take action. And will it be difficult? By God, yes. But will it be worth it? Hell yes. Because in the end, anything worth pursuing is going to be hard and challenging. So by following these 4 simple steps, you can get to be more strategic with your goals and less dependent on motivation. Because remember, motivation can only get you started, but to sustain your motivation is going to require you to create a strategy and approach that works for you and for your specific goal. And that does it for this episode. If this episode resonated with you, then show me some love, hit that like button, comment, and all things that will help this channel out immensely. And I will see you in the next one. And before I go, I want to just remind you that if you want to get more strategic with your goals and you want to create your own specific strategy to work toward your goals, then check out the link below in the description, because I think it's going to help you. And with that, I hope you'll come back next week. And don't forget, what you want matters, and it's really up to you to make it happen. I will see you next week. Take good care of yourself. See ya.